What's good, guys? It's your boy Justin J coming to you with another car video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right, this is why women complain about attractive men who don't rush commitment. Hear me out. So I'm gonna get dudes to understand and open up their head, open up their mind, right? See, a lot of the times attractive men have to build themselves up to be attractive. Now, this isn't some boo-hoo cry for me story, but we have to differentiate because dudes get it confused and they're walking around in la-la land. When you're not that attractive, when you're not put together, when you haven't worked on yourself, you find some guy on YouTube and you say, yeah, that sounds good. No, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. The dudes that had to put in the work. The dudes that had to become more attractive, not just for women, not for women, if anything, bro, for themselves, to live a better lifestyle, to feel better, to have a better way of thinking, to have a better outlook on life, to have a better living situation, to really get their bills and their financial situation in check, right? Guys moved out of their way and said, I'm going to make things very uncomplicated and start becoming more attractive. Speaking of that, let me put you guys on to something.
The sponsor of today's video is Tiege Hanley. Tiege Hanley simplifies the entire process of taking care of your skin. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing you don't. Seriously, I still don't think some of you believe me when I tell you how much implementing a quality skincare routine will improve your confidence in all aspects of your life. I recommend you start with their level 1 system. This comes with all the basics. Check this out: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. Oh yeah, check this out. They make it even more simple for guys like us. They provide this instruction card in every box that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. This thing's a game changer. Skincare wasn't something that I always took seriously. Looking back on it now, I can see that I should have taken it seriously. This isn't something that you want to put off, bro. But don't even take my word for it. They have over 10,000 5-star reviews from satisfied customers, right? Listen, if you see any signs of aging, get on it now. Your future self will thank you. And because Tiege is sponsoring today's video, they're offering you an amazing deal. Just click the first link in the description, get 40% off your first box plus a free gift. Plus, as a member, you'll get 20% off for life. Listen, they have these gift options. There's a silicone body scrubber, which is a $20 value. You need to get that because that's my favorite. Once you get this, you will never use a loofah again. Don't wait any longer. Click that link and get started today.
So basically, on this path of becoming more attractive, you're going to attract more women because you understand the ins and outs of women. You understand how women are, in a sense, okay? So you understand yourself the most, though, at the front of everything. You understand yourself the most, what you'll go for, what you won't go for. But check this out. Don't you remember when chicks would tell you, hey, I don't really think I'm looking for anything right now. We can stay friends. Or, hey, I don't think things are going to work out. Or, hey, you would be totally perfect for somebody else. Remember all those days. And it's not that you're holding on to hurt. It's just the facts are the facts. When you are on one side of the fence, cool. And nobody's saying that you'll never experience rejection or anything again. That's cool. Okay, but when you build yourself up and you see your worth and you see and get good treatment from women all the time, right? Now that you're at this spot and you meet a chick and you say, I really like this chick, I dig this chick because of X, Y, and Z. You actually have reasons, but somewhere in there as time goes on, she's rushing commitment. She wants the pictures. Oh, why don't you post me and this, that, and the third? You could be a very discreet person. You could be a very private person. And she's like, I want the Instagram pictures and I want this. But see, somewhere deep down inside of you, the truth is, do you even deserve to be seen with me yet? Do you deserve to be out with me yet? No, see, this is the vetting process here. Women do not want to go through the vetting process, especially if you're a type of dude where they know damn well they got to get down or lay down. Still, sometimes deep down inside of a woman, it's like, ugh, But see, the women that really like you, it's never any of that. They just blindly follow you. Those are the women that you need to pay attention to. Women don't like when you won't rush commitment because you actually know what you're doing and they're looking for a sucker. They're looking for a sucker. See, you being attractive isn't just your looks. Whatever attracts her to you, you can have a lot of money, the business that you have, who you are, what you do, how you carry yourself, right? A woman could benefit, she could be attracted to you for whatever, but you need to be making sure that it's coming from a place that's authentic. Okay, I know that she wants to get with me because of all these things, and that's what I am. But if it's like she's attracted to me because of what I can bring forth, even though that's a part of what I do, nah. Why are you rushing me? See, women that are looking for something serious, if anything, they're never going to want to rush into anything. They're going to follow everything you say. Difficult women get exposed by women who are not difficult with you from the first time you meet up, from the first message. Dudes need to understand all this. And when you're an attractive dude, not your looks. Remember, lifestyle, how you're put together, what you do. And what you do isn't who you are, but a lot of the times women and people will look at you based off of what you do and make assumptions and have all these things in their head about how good things can come about from dealing with you. No, it's value for value. When women are trying to rush you into commitment, check this. Women are used to dealing with a bunch of soft dudes. So even if these dudes happen to be attractive in the looks department, these dudes are soft internally. So women always have their pick of the litter with dudes who don't understand their worth, that don't know anything, that have no experience. You need to understand that. See, when a woman is able to rush you into commitment, bro, that's very unattractive. Like, that's the start of her losing attraction for you, because you're able to jump whenever she says jump. You'll be like, how high? That's not how things are supposed to go. Never think that something's wrong with you because now you've become more attractive. The rejections don't bother you. Nothing bothers you. You're just well-rounded around a woman. You understand women. You're not going for games. Women, they give you friction sometimes because they don't like that, because they're used to controlling the tempo, the narrative. Hey, I think we'd be better off as friends. Oh yeah, totally. While he works her down. That's her controlling the tempo. I usually don't do this and blah, blah, blah. That's her controlling the tempo. It's funny how dudes don't get that. You actually do control who gets into a relationship as a man. Women, for the most part, at any time, they just say no. As a real man, bro, you just got to step away from it. She said no. No means no. That's cool. Or no means not right now. Whatever that goofy stuff she's saying. No friction, hot and cold games. We're out of here. That's how you have to view this type of stuff, man. Women actually help you become more attractive. This is the part of the video I've been dying to talk about. Women help you become more attractive. Certain guys understand, certain guys don't. You think because you see me on a camera, I never get played with. Chicks don't try me. Before, I wasn't engaging in simp behaviors. No, bro. This isn't a Marvel movie. Everybody has went through this stuff. Now, either you're going to get better and get out of the way, get out of your own way, get out of her way, and let things run smoothly, uncomplicated, and help yourself become more attractive, or you're just going to be stuck in the mud, right? So the funny thing is, when you get better, you'll have guys like me, either on the internet or a homie, tell you what's real. You'll see it happen in front of your face and you'll go, wow, this guy really knows what he's talking about. Or you can hear a bunch of things that I say in my videos verbatim come out of a woman's mouth in real timing. You'll be like, damn, that's because I'm on the other side. I don't take it personal, because when women, you already know how women view you when they go out of their way to let you know that you're nothing. Oh, you think I'm about to do all this, blah, blah, blah. You ain't even all that. You just signal to me that I am all that. And it's cool. You know, even little things like that, you'll learn. Women help you become more attractive. When they play games with you, hot and cold, they'll tell you one thing and then tell another dude something completely different. They'll reject your advance for a date, then go on a date on the same day that you were supposed to go on the date with her with another dude, and you don't take it personal. You just understand that I'm going to be the dude on the other side in one scenario, and in this scenario, I'm just me in this scenario. It's cool. Women are always going to tell you things that don't add up, but tell another guy something straightforward. See, when it comes down to the sexual aspect, because guys, a lot of the times we're one-track minded. When we see a chick, we already know. We already know. And women are the same way. But see, on the back end, women want a lot more. Women want that commitment. Women can sit up here, and not all, okay? I always have to put that, not all, okay? So women will sit there and say that we don't need relationships and we don't want relationships. Yes, that's cool, okay? But when a woman really likes a man, see, this is what I'm talking about. Attractive men. That's another reason why I had to put that in the title. Attractive men. The men that women are attracted to. Sexually, physically, She loves spending time with that dude. She wants to lock that dude down. You know, it's not her fault per se, but there could be a bunch of things that happened beforehand that has this guy ready now. And it just adds on to him being more attractive. And that's why it will drive a woman, you know, crazy some of the times. See, in scenarios where you're actually keeping it real with a chick and you're letting her know that, you know, she has to earn her keep, you're not closed off to relationships, but for right now, you're just doing your thing. And you're being honest and open with her. See, women in the beginning will be like, oh yeah, sure, cool. But the more you keep spending time after, you know, it's just sex. And then you say, I'll spend a little bit more time with her. You spend a little bit more time and women catch feelings even before you even give her more of your time. And it could be just strictly hanging out and sex. If you just keep it there with being honest too, it's funny how women will still try to rush the commitment from you when they really want you that bad. Then you got to step in and tell them again, like, nope, I told you at the door before I let you in that this is how things were going to go. Okay. And women are going to rush that when they really like you. A lot of guys, if they're not going to stand on their square, they'll go with whatever she's saying. Women are like, I need you to do this or I'm out of here. It's like, all right, cool. And see, if you're weak-minded, you'll think, but Justin, you'll lose the girl. Yeah, but you won't lose yourself. Attractive men understand that. And that's why women complain about it, bro. 9 times out of 10, if you're not rushing commitment, you're either still out there having fun or 2, you're just very disciplined. Women don't like men who are very disciplined because they're not going to rush into silly things. Okay? Think about it. They'll try to paint it as if you don't want to rush into commitment, you don't see my worth and blah, 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 blah. No, you're just disciplined. You're seasoned. You're a vet now. You're smarter. You're sorted. Think about it. It's not a negative thing. But when you're an attractive dude or a dude that she's really dying to get with, or you're a dude who's in a position of power, you know, women have a problem with the boss because the boss is like, shut up and do your job or go home. Do you want this job? Right? Women, if they're not going to submit to somebody, they're going to submit to the job, right? So let's say it's the boss and he goes, just do what I'm telling you to do, earn your money, go home. Or if not, I'll find somebody else to fill the position, right? Women do not like that because it negates their BS. There's no emotional games. There's no shaming language. There's nothing you could do with it. An attractive dude who understands his worth, right? And who understands everything going on, right? Do you think that he's going to sit there and let a chick rush him and dictate what he's to do and not to do? It's not happening like that. That's why it irks women. When they like you, they bump into you, and, you know, you're being straight up with them. Still seeps in. Now, there's a clip in the beginning, and it's very funny. A lot of the times, guys will misinterpret what I'm saying in the videos, and they're like, so treat women like crap. That's not what I'm saying. Treat women accordingly. That's it. You have your boundaries with yourself. If you see anything that you don't like, just step. And if you got to say something, say something. But it's funny to me, the clip in there, in the beginning of the video, there's a chick talking about like Instagram and her boyfriend or whatever. Now, yeah, he could be her boyfriend. You don't know how long that took. He could be a very private person. And she's complaining about the circle picture, and she's complaining about he doesn't post pictures with me and blah, 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 blah. Right? Check this. Why are you rushing? If you're not going anywhere, why are you rushing him into any of this? I always want dudes to ask why. You will figure out a lot of answers. Why is this person acting this way? Why is this person thinking this way or whatever? But mostly it's going to help you out 100% across the board when you ask yourself, why am I moving like this? Why am I accepting this? Why? Always why? So I'm just using that as an example, right? It opens up just everything. Why is a woman rushing you into commitment if she's not going anywhere? Why is a woman saying that, giving you this energy of you don't shape up or do X, Y, and Z, I'm gone? Doesn't make sense. Or giving you challenging energy. You know, a challenger seems like they want me gone so they can bump me out of my position to get my position, right? Now follow me. Read between the lines. I'm not even going to say whatever rates and all that stuff. Challenging sounds like you want to bump me out of the position I'm in so you can rule and take the position, half the position, whatever position I'm in. See why it's not a good look. Never, ever, ever let a woman rush you into anything. And don't let your ego get involved too, brother. Because when I say attractive, I have to keep differentiating so dudes don't get it messed up, and understand a woman can find you very attractive. It could be a very attractive trick. You got a lot of money. She looks at you and she says, he's very attractive because of the money, and I want some of that money. Let me try to rush him into something. I actually like this dude for who he is. If she actually has genuine intentions, she might think to herself, I like this dude for who he is. He can just be himself, right? I'll stick here. Women will show you that by you doing nothing. And I don't mean nothing. You're still exchanging time and being nice, but you're not going over the top, okay? See, at the very beginning, when women are expecting extravagant, fancy first dates, yes, it's to use dudes for their time and to have a roster of dudes, but let one of those dudes stick out like a sore thumb and take them to the best restaurant out of all of the dates. Let that guy stick out like a sore thumb and be willing to spend more money. Let that guy stick out like a sore thumb and be willing to hold her up like Simba and the Lion King, as opposed to like other dudes, right? She will use that guy. That guy will become the primary source of where she's going to get that energy from, where she's going to feed off of. So in one light, yeah, he's a simp, whatever, but the money makes him look attractive enough for her to put all that energy into playing. Follow me. It's like when you take your ego out of things, you can say like, okay, yeah, I see why she finds me attractive. She don't really like me though. It's all different types of stuff, man. So a woman could first think you're very attractive. You could ruin everything. Or she could think you're very attractive, but she could be trying to use whatever to get to another spot, or be using you to get to what makes you attractive to her in the first place. Once she gets that, you're no longer attractive. Get out of here. And she treats you like this. And men don't understand that when women are rushing you for good or for bad, bro, it's not anything that you need to indulge in, because you built yourself up. A lot of dudes out here talking about, men are giving up and men are what? You know what's so funny? When it's like men are giving up, for the men that didn't give up, it's like they look around at all the dudes who are giving up. They look around at all the dudes who aren't trying. They look around at all the knucklehead women. And then when it comes to like the dating scene, it's like, oh, this is really easy for me. This is really easy for me. Men are giving up. Women are knuckleheads. So all it really is get rid of the knuckleheads and don't really worry about too much of the competition, because you should never be worried about that anyway. And there ain't that much damn competition to begin with. When you understand all of that, you're attractive, bro, by nature. And when you understand that, you're not rushing to please women. You're not rushing to do things for women. It's funny how, I'm not going to put that clip in the video. It's undecided, but I seen a clip beforehand of a chick talking about dudes. If dudes can't spend $100 or $75 on a first date, they shouldn't be dating in the first place. And well, I agree that a guy should pay for the first date $75 to $100. You're out of your mind. If you think that I'm going to spend that every first date, and I keep saying it, I spent way more than $150 on me and my main chick's first date. It was in the 200s realm. But you dudes have to understand, she spent way more than that before we even went on that date. Bro, attracting women is not that difficult, okay? Keeping away knuckleheads, I would say, is more difficult. You ever notice that? Getting women isn't difficult. Keeping knuckleheads away and from messing with the way you think and all this, that's like the biggest part of the battle that I'm noticing for most dudes. Because I hear this rhetoric all the time. I could get women, just not the women I want. And then it'll always be followed by like, women make it really difficult though. Women say they're not accepting this. Women won't come over this. Women won't. Okay, that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm here to give you tips and tricks that you can implement into your strategy. And you see, holy shit, this really works. This really works. But all that other shit, half the battle is getting them out the way. Half the battle is keeping that mindset strong. Don't ever let a chick rush you into a commitment, because you have a lifelong commitment to yourself as it is, bro. You have to be great. As a man, we don't have all these spaces to run to and complain and blame and shame. And that's exactly why I get irked when I see just idiotic comments that keep it solely based on surface level stuff. Surface level stuff that we should be past. Now, a lot of this stuff is difficult to uncover when you're a guy that spent most of your life living a lie, when you spent most of your life being conditioned by society. But I want all the dudes who find themselves very attractive, who have been on one side of the fence and now they're on the other side of the fence, please get in the comment section. Share your stories. Let dudes know that you should never let a woman rush you into a relationship. But always remember, it takes work for dudes to become attractive. It takes work for dudes to get there. It takes work. That's why you need to demand respect. And I don't mean it takes work to look smacks. It's not what I'm talking about. Knowing and understanding, that's what I'm talking about. That's a part of being attractive. And it comes from trial and error. It comes from actually having things work out with chicks the way you designed it to work out. When you see this and it constantly keeps happening and it happens and it happens and women are actually grateful, listen, you can't go backwards. Now you could, but it's not going to serve you. But I mean, physically, you can't go backwards. You know when something makes you sick? When a woman's like, oh, I don't usually do that. You're like, all right, well, thanks. Thanks anyway. Like, you just keep it moving. This was why women complain about attractive men who don't rush commitment. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy, Justin J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.